Hello, babe. Can you hear me? This is technology at its best, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine, lovely. Where are you? Are you in your boudoir?
I mean, well, do you know, this is just my garage, believe it or not. I've got very nice furniture and everything.
Oh, I
In the
love
in the ga I've got all this crushed velvet vibe going on in my garage.
it's one of them. I love it. I like it's like is that some sparkle behind you as well? It's like a
Yeah,
sparkle.
sparkles. It's a girl cave. It's got, I got lots of bling. I got got the lights, babe. I got the lot going on in here. I got the decks over the other side, and I've got like big stage lounge, babe. I can lie down, get the feet, little tootsies out
Brilliant. I
next to
love
the
it.
old, yeah. So wait. Oh no, my bandana, babe. I can't. The bandana's not tied on properly. There you
I love
go.
it. Like you
There
had
you
the
go. Because
best of.
I'm going for the festival vibe today. You know,
I know. Well,
trying trying to
it's
be a young ting, Jay. Trying to be a young ting.
no, honestly, it's your birthday, isn't it, on Sunday?
It is. I'll be 58.
38. Woo!
No, no, you little cheeky so and so. 58.
That's mad. Have you got any plans? I don't suppose there's a lot. Well, at least it's
Babe,
better than it was last year, I suppose.
babe, we're having it's a bit naughty. We'll all be in the garden, but there'll be about 30 of us.
Spread out.
Yeah, we're in the garden, socially distanced and all that in the garden with a. Oh, that did you see that? A penguin? No, not a penguin. A pigeon. Wood pigeon. What's he doing? He's right by. He's right by the compost heap. He's no, he's doing. He's having a pick up all the food. Right, because I'm here with producer Yaz. In case anybody knows, she's one of my besties, and bless her, she's got to put up with me. And when I try to go live, when I go live on the radio playing, because
Yes.
I learned to DJ during lockdown. I don't know if you know that, Jay.
No, well, this is what I was going to say. Like, how have you been through lockdown? Obviously, chatting to different people. Some people have used it, like myself, in a creative way. I've had my off days, but trying to trying to learn something. I've said to a few people, if you come out of lockdown and haven't learned anything, the whole thing's been pointless. So,
Yeah.
how have you been? What did you? Is it been like a bit of a journey? Did you have a bit of quiet time and then think I need to do something, or were you from the get go like, right, I got to sort my shit out?
Yeah, that's I was admiring people who said they wanted to learn a language, learn an instrument, and I thought,
Yeah,
great, you won't keep that up. You do it for about 2 weeks, babe, and then
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
be, yeah. I
Literally.
started learning to DJ. I did a festival, and I've done loads of festivals where I'm the only vocalist, and there's lots of DJs on,
Yeah,
and it's just they're just hard to follow, or it's hard to put one singer doing a da 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 and
yeah,
they will go on to a banger, I don't know, da da dee da da, and then
yeah,
or fade or something or strings, da, 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 and then
yeah,
and then I thought, I ain't getting that reception when I'm a singer. I thought
yeah,
I want to learn to DJ and go on, and play tunes like them. And I went to a school in Camden, maybe for a couple of at least 2 months. I did the beginners and the intermediate course. So I learnt to beat match. I learnt a bit how to sync up the record box, and I said, yes, you be better at it than me. And she went
yeah,
online. She learned it, like a lot of that online, actually, because she's brilliant. She's very technical like that.
yeah,
And I just studied, concentrate on the music, the
yeah,
choice of music, the house that I like, playing the bangers, and getting the mix right. When you think that sounds like big room, that sounds like that would be right for a festival, or that sounds like that would drop on the radio station. So I just perfected that, and I had a little controller, a little fat controller, I should say. And but for my birthday, I've got the proper club set up so that I'll be
oh,
festival ready. Like, yeah, 6 grand. It's my birthday present.
yeah.
Like, if they're called the CDJ Nexus 2 3000s.
CDJ, yeah. So, well, when must have been about 9 years ago, to make some money, I joined a DJ company, DJing for weddings. Um,
Okay.
Completely different to like club stuff, but I had to learn with doing our shows and stuff. rather than paying someone to produce and mix all my music, I just taught myself. And I was like, do you know what? I got wave pads, virtual DJ, a couple of things, just sat down and was like, right, I need to figure out how to do it. And the thing is, once you know, you probably find this now, once you know what you can do, you can then alter your tracks, you can figure out what can be done. And I find it hilarious when I go to shows sometimes and gigs we've had and the sound engineer goes, no, we can't do that. I'm like, yes, you can. It's that button there. So stop trying to pull the wool, all right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Stop trying to belittle me. And
yeah,
what I like is when you can, because I've always gone like this, and I've always sung "I'm going to get you" in a top way, and I like beatboxing, and I like what the human voice can do. And you
yeah,
know, when you're hanging around with the beatbox lot, and they can do helicopters and they
yeah,
can
yeah,
and
yeah,
they do all
yeah,
these noises, and you think, and they puss and cats and boots and cats and
yeah.
stuff, and
Get
I
off it.
thought, and I used to always do cut up anyway. I was always going, what, why, and I
Well, I
thought,
heard you do that at a. It was amazing. I don't know what pride it was. I want to say it was Coventry, but you did it. It was like acoustic,
yeah,
and then you went. You know, you gotta be mine. You know, you gotta be. You know, you and
oh
you
no,
slowed it
yeah,
down.
yeah,
I watched it. It was brilliant, and it's what's nice is people that love you will love the song anyway. People that go, oh, she's performing. I wasn't here to see her. They go, wow, she can actually sing and she sounds like the record. She's changing it up a bit. She's mixing it up, keeping it fresh, which is what obviously you do. How many festivals do you think you've done?
I can, I can't even say, because you know what, and to, you know, if we're going to that honest place, I'm yet another dance artist that's been ripped off because you're with a small independent. Actually, you
Yeah,
could be with a major record company or a small record company. They will always
yeah,
siphon off the profits much more. You know, they can say, well, actually, you had a chaperone and you had a tour manager on that, and you had 3 bottles of champagne in your room, and you wouldn't know. You might have had 1 bottle, and you might have had 1 bottle from Lidl's, the carver
yeah,
from Lidl's. You know,
yeah,
but you don't know. You know, it just reads like a big list of stuff that you've had. Anyway,
yeah.
the
I'm
point what I'm
right.
trying to say. Yeah, the
Yeah,
point what I'm trying to say is that you don't always know what you've spent, but a lot of the time, a record, well, with the small dance labels, what they did when they sold a lot of records, and we're talking about thousands. I know you can get to #1 with 10,000 or
I,
12,000 these days. You
yeah,
needed 50,000 before Woolworths, and we're going back. There was this shop called
yeah,
Woolworths, and
yeah.
then you had our price records, you had
And
Virgin, you had
records.
HMV, you had all the independent record shops, and they were all selling it, all playing it, because it was just so massive. So it would have had at least 60,000 sales for it to go straight into the charts.
Yeah, I suppose that's what's weird. And from chatting to various people, it's kind of it's there's a double-edged sword in my opinion, because I think financially, I suppose you look at things now and you think, God, if I'd have released this today and it would have streamed like some of the crap they stream now,
Yeah,
you know, it'd have been amazing. But then again, you need to take appreciation from the fact that it was a success when your music has been as successful as it has, from people getting off their backside, going into town, like I used to do, getting there on a Monday morning and running to the CD or the tape
yeah.
and buying it.
These small labels, they were set up in people's houses, hence house or garage music,
Yeah,
right? And when they made the money, they made serious amounts of money. That's what I was saying with all the sales. And
yeah,
we, the artists, never saw it. It's like they kept it for themselves. It's
yeah,
like they'd shut
yeah,
down. They would liquidate themselves. So for you to make some money back, for you to make some money back, you'd have one of my friends has just turned up at the door. For you to make money back, you had to go out and, do you know what I mean? Schlep, when go to places, and go to Coventry, then you go up to Birmingham, and up to Newcastle, then across to bloody Glasgow, and
yeah,
this concert da 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 da.
yeah,
Wow, where's it go for years? Because that's the only way that you could recoup some actual money, because they never paid you the money that you actually earned from the
yeah,
sales. I don't know one dance artist that hasn't been ripped up.
yeah.
So
It's been
that's
very,
why.
it's been apparent doing these, talking to various people, them going, like I should be in a big old house, and literally someone else has made a lot of money off what I was doing and the grafting I was doing. So it
Exactly.
must be strange. Interested. Was your what was your training like? Did you when did you start singing and things like from like little girl? When did you start? How did you start? 'Cause I'm always intrigued.
Okay. Well, you know, I was one of those kids at school in the choir,
Yeah.
in the play doing Oliver, the fat kid at the saying, "Oh, can I have some more?" Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like Oliver, Oliver,
Oh,
whatever. I was always in those things, and then and youth theatre. And what happened? My mum used to foster children, so she took I take all the children to holiday. We go to Butlins. So we went to Butlins. Then me and my mum watched some people auditioning. And my mum said, "Get up and go and sing." And I went, "No, no, love, I don't know any
no.
songs." She said, "We were watching people auditioning in the morning for a talent competition in the evening." Anyway, I got up. I auditioned with Brown Girl in the Ring. And I won. I got through
Oh,
in
good
the
song.
in the in the day, and so they said, "Come back later, love." The man with the bow tie and the smoking jacket. "Hello, darling." Yeah, da 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 da. Angie Brown. So anyway, I won that, and then when I won that, my mum said she was really clever, very innovative. She said, "You have to train your voice if you want to. You want it for last. Your voice for last. You have to train your voice." So I rang around a few people, but they were music teachers for violins and piano, and I just said, "Oh, do you know a singing teacher?" They introduced me to a lady called Nettie Batam. She's an Anglo-French woman who had sung with some of the best opera singers in the
Right.
world, like Elizabeth Schwarzkopf and
Wow.
Maria Callas. And so I started going to Nettie's house, and I used to go twice a week. But this is 40 years ago. I was a teenager. I'm now in my late 50s, and she still teaches me. And she's in her late 80s. She was a 30 something back then, and I'd never been in anyone's house like that. Oh, who has a grand piano in their front room? Who has it? Not where I.
Yeah. No.
And so I
No.
literally used to go twice a week doing the many men's and the he he ha hoo 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 and all that operatic
The
singing.
rain in
But
Spain stays mainly in
yeah,
the plane.
and all the cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. And
Yeah.
I used to think she's crazy making me do this every week. And my brother used to
Yeah.
really rib me and go, "Yeah, mum and dad are, yeah, doing all that black boy. Yeah, they're wasting their money up. Yeah, they're wasting their money." But what we didn't, I didn't realize that she's teaching your voice is a muscle. And the more you
Yeah.
train it like an
Exactly.
athlete, it starts to do things for you. And plus, your mind will always say, "You can't hit that note." Your mind will say, "Oh, you're getting to the high bit, getting to the high bit."
And then
And
it'll
and
go. Yeah.
say like Ain't Nobody. When it used to be a little baby cannot measure. I used to go on that high bit.
Yeah.
And then it's psychology. She said the low notes are high and the high notes are low.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
just
That's what
thought,
I thought.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you won't be, you hit the
Don't
high
do
note and
this. Yeah.
you sit down on it, you bear down on the high note. And once
Yeah.
she taught me that, I could do that. And I learned how the American girl, she goes, when they're singing that church stuff, because the American people naturally speak like that and they learn it at church, right? So when you go, "Oh yeah, and they go, and like if I see Jocelyn, she'll go, "Angie, hi girl, you're my boo," and you're like, wait, and you're so British, you're like, "Hello," you know, and
Yeah.
I just you you you
Yeah.
check how the face is open, how the back of the mouth is open, and you look at how
Yeah.
American people make that sound. And I just
Yeah.
emulated it with with the classical training that I'd learned from Nettie. I
Yeah.
emulated it. I mean, I put some of my Nettie posts up on my page so that people who want to know about vocal technique, because I'm all about technique, all about technique. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be boring. You can make those exercises fun. And
Yeah.
she also taught me that your voice is like fine wine. It will mature if you look after it.
This,
And,
yeah, yeah.
you know, who runs
As you
their
get
car
older,
and
the
don't
older
take it,
changes as well.
you know? Yeah, who has a car and not have an oil change and a service? Well, the body is like that. You need a mentor. Well, for me, I needed a mentor. I need someone I respect, trust, and love. And over the years, my voice has just got better, stronger. And instead of getting
Yeah.
older and you can't hit the notes, I'm older and I can hit the notes. That's why I did the voice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I there's some people normally. I remember when I used to be so scared when I was at school that they'd say, "Oh, you can sing really high, but once your voice breaks, that'll be it." And I remember
Yeah,
for years, probably even until I was like 17, I was still like, "When's it going to happen?" And I joined a tour, and it was a singing teacher that was on our tour. She was touring with us, and she said, "Your voice is your voice." She said, and with a lot of singers, you learn to deal with, you'll be surprised that when you'll get cold, you'll get the flu, and you'll be surprised actually how well you can cope with it
sing
because
around.
you're so more in tune with your voice. But it's amazing. So you obviously you did the I'm gonna get you and all that, and the the big songs. But have you ever, what I love asking, like, the amount of interviews you've had. I did obviously an interview with Rosala, and I said to her, we're not talking about Everybody's Free. I was like, we're not going to talk about the single at all. And she was like, really? She was like, that's all I talk about. Do you get to the point with right? Do you get to the point where you think, oh, you're proud of it, but you go, oh, I'm sick of talking about it?
Well, yes and well, no, because you know what, I kind of pay homage to it because even
Yeah.
though I've been self-managed, self-promoted, and thank God the internet came along because we've got an outlet where we can keep promoting ourselves. For me,
Yeah.
I just see the glass half full because, people liked it. They still play it on
Yeah.
Kiss,
They
Heart
still do it.
Capital. They still
Yeah.
play it,
Yeah.
and good house music just doesn't date like good disco
No.
and good soul music. And I think every time they have a poll of the best house, the top 100, I'm in the top 30 or 20. So instead of me thinking, oh, that song didn't do me any favors, I think about it in the other way,
In the
and
other
I
way,
think
which is
no,
lovely. Yeah.
that it puts bread on the table. It
Yeah.
makes me meet interesting people and go places in the world, and I treat people as I like to be treated. I don't see people and think I'm too nice. No, I'm talking to you because you might be a fan or you might be an appreciator of my music, and I reach out to people who want to know about me because that's how I get my bills paid. That's how I don't have to go back to the cleaning jobs that I did in the 80s. Waiting, when you're a kid waiting for the big break to come along. When
Yeah.
I'm Gonna Get You came along, I embraced it, and I did have a record deal, and I was working with a rock kind of band because I've always done a bit of rock pop stuff, but the house thing, it's got kudos, it's cool, and it's never gone away. So instead of pushing it away and thinking, I'm not talking about it, if you want to hear it again, then I'm going to sing it for
Yeah.
you again.
Yeah. That's really lovely. Do you because as well, research about like some of the backing vocals and people you've worked with, I was like going through them and I was like, oh my word, like how did, like, was there someone that, one of the questions someone actually asked was, who's one of your most favourite collaborations or backing vocals you've done something for somebody on? Is there a favourite, a couple of favourites that you like, collaborations you've done that you hold quite high?
Oh, well, I've done, well, not collaborations on let's talk about backing vocals first. I've done
Back
backing
vocals.
vocals on the Stereophonics, on Maybe Tomorrow. I'm doing the ooh, ooh, and he's going,
Oh,
maybe tomorrow. I'm like,
yeah.
ooh, oh, and then the Mark Morrison. Now, Mark Morrison's Return of the
Return
Mac.
of the Mac.
You can't even
Yeah.
hear me. I'm doing that. it took a long time for me to pipe down and learn how to blend. Really, if you want to do backing vocals, Angie Brown, be more disciplined. Stop making your voice louder than everybody
But
else.
that's not a backing vocal. That's a vocal.
Yeah. Your place is to do the backing vocals. So I got the call for that, and they said, he's a new artist, he's from Leicester, and blah blah blah. Went in and I did the,
Welcome.
yes I do, dude. And and I'm also on the Return of the Mac. Once again, Return of the Mac. And then there's a bit that goes, oh Mark, you lied about
The
your
girlfriend.
big, the talking bit with the model in the video. That is me.
Do you ever get like, I know you get music, I mean, the music industry as a whole, the entertainment is so, they want what they want. Do you find, how do you, like, I don't know how I'd feel about singing and then being like, you need to sing this. Oh, by the way, this guy over there, he's going to be miming to your voice. And you're like, okay.
It happened. It's so wrong. Record companies call it artistic license, and then for me, I think, what is this? Is this a color thing, a fat thing? Why is this white model, skinny as a rake, miming to the follow-up single for "I'm Gonna Get You," which was called "Took My Love," and and you know what? Instead of getting bitter, Jay, and you thinking, oh, I'm not, because you can spend your time crying and thinking, oh, I'm not interesting to look at, or I'm fat and ugly and blah blah blah. But really, I know sex sells. If you're pretty, you're young, you got the boobs, you got the right push-up bra, go out there. You get after a few years, you get business-like about it, and you think, listen, I know it's my voice. Return of the Mac has had 100 million streams, 100 million, because other Snoop Dogg has covered it, Fetty Wap, another, he's covered it, and he's just lifted that chorus, and I'm in that chorus. So I get a better royalty from Return of the Mac, and I did the follow-up single Crazy, which didn't do so well. But to get back to Bizarre Inc.'s follow-up single, it didn't do so well, and I was really glad about it, even though I was a writer and the featured artist on it, because it was on TV. It was on, and I don't think we did Top of the Pops, but back then it was on the chart show. And I've got a big family, and everyone was ringing up that, going, why ain't you in the video? Why is there some girl singing in the video? And you're like, you're like, it's not me, it's the record company.
I didn't choose this.
All my cousins, hey, me watch the telly, and you weren't on it, it's your voice, but it's not you in the video. And you're like, you try to make them understand that it's not down to you, and you shouldn't take it personally. Just think it is business, and this is how these people think. They're all about the money, and we do know there's some bad, horrible, really greedy people in the industry. You just have to try and find good people and stick with them,
Yeah, definitely. And it's happening a lot. I mean, I don't know if you watched it on like Netflix, but the Eurovision saga thing, there's a song in it, all the song, and she doesn't sing through the whole thing. And people are on YouTube underneath saying, never knew this actress had such a good voice. And people are like, that's not her singing. Like Never Enough in The Great Showman, it was Lauren Aldred who sang it. But the actress was like, I couldn't sing that. So obviously Hugh Jackman song. And as well, I found this out the other day. Apparently, Zac Efron in the first High School Musical, that's not his voice at all. Apparently, some other dude. So it just shows you corrupt. Corrupt is what it is, Angie.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what? I got used to it. I just thought, whatever the label does to me, whatever you do, if you're talented and you're a good person, they can't keep you down. As long as I didn't have to go back, I'm not saying that when I was catering it was a bad thing, but obviously if you can earn £1,000 a night doing that up, you're gonna do that rather than cut onions. Do you know what I mean?
Can't
so I
just
just learned to work with it. Okay.
What did someone you work with? I've read on like the, I don't know how many of these are true, but they might all be true, which would be amazing. Culture Club, you're on the Don't Mind If I Do album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Grace Jones.
Starman and Mirror Mirror. Yeah, George
Um,
is he's lovely. He's lovely to work with. So I forget all the people that I've worked with really, but
oh,
and I
I
was
looked and it said like Beverly Knight, Grace Jones, Kate Bush, Lisa Stansfield. They were some of them.
happy, Happy Mondays.
Happy
Fat,
Mondays.
Fat Boy Slim. Um, I don't know, Nana Cherry. Um,
Oh,
who else?
she. What song did you? She did Man Child, didn't she?
She did do Man Child. We did an
Love.
album. We I did I can't remember the song, but it was like a gospel song on her album. So, you know, the same with Shaka. I worked with Shaka, but
You can't, yeah.
I didn't really work with on tour with her. What happened was
No.
she came to one of my gigs and she was like, I want to sing. And I was like, you know, when you see the hair first before you sing, you're like,
Yeah.
and she was like, Angie, you know that you are the shit, Angie Brown. And I was like, that means I'm good, right? That means I'm good,
Thanks.
right? She was
Yeah.
going, yeah, because it's the tone. Because we jammed Funkin' for Jamaica. Do you believe?
Oh,
Yeah, we sang that. We sang that, and she goes, she just complimented me. But you know, you put it on your CV saying I worked with, but I didn't tour with her or
yeah.
anything. But you
No, but
do,
still,
you
that is a compliment and a half to have someone like her say, you know,
you're the
you're the
shit.
shit. Yeah, good that the was there. It wasn't your shit. It's you're the shit.
Yeah. I did do that. I did do that English thing. I said, Shaka, does that mean that I'm good? She goes, Angie, you got it going on, girl. Then she said,
I love
that's
these
why.
accents. These are
Well,
brilliant.
well, that's why we jammed Funkin' for Jamaica, because it was a band thing, and her
Yeah,
voice goes right up there with that, you know, that whole squeaking thing, full voice. I thought I'm
yeah,
having some of that, girl.
yeah. I'll meet you up there. Like, think think of Netta and her training, and you're like
Yeah.
straight up.
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
There's with I also like the one I put on the promo vid. The I've never heard of him before. Sam K. Sam K.
Sam K. Oh, you're talking
Yeah,
Sam,
the show
yes.
me.
I forget the
Yeah,
title.
love it.
I'm
Love that
doing the
song.
choruses for her.
Show me
That's
love.
right.
Oh, is it Show Me Love? Show me.
I know the one.
Yeah, because you sing Show Me.
I know the one you mean. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Again, it's like, you know, a lot of singers like me collaborate with rappers or artists that are gonna dance or do a bit on it, but when they want a strong chorus, then they get someone like, you know, Mama, someone who's been doing it 20, 30 years to
yeah,
come and slam down that chorus for whatever. And then when the rapper guy comes in, or you know, the girl comes in doing her little
yeah,
bits and pieces, R&B, yeah, great. But when that
yeah.
chorus, you know, we want Jocelyn, we want Angie, we want, I don't know, Shaka, we want whatever it is, so
Yeah.
that
Avoid
that
the
chorus
voice.
stands out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, the
definitely.
full voice,
One,
the big
I've got
bird.
to ask you some questions. Some people have written in some questions. Someone, you've answered one of them because what someone said, what is the best vocal warm up you do? I suppose what I'll do is I'll change it. If you've got to go on quick and you're like, which I've done before, and you're like, oh my God, I've not warmed up. What would you be like? Is a quick fix to warm your voice up?
Okay, this is a good question because I've been singing for you today, and I don't want shadows. I've been singing, so I would probably stretch the back. You know, you're swimming, so you stretch the
Yeah,
back, stretch the back, and I probably go, ooh, he, yeah, I or you. I do, hey, he, ha, ooh. You know, any vowels, opening it, stretch the
yeah,
eyebrows, but start a bit lower so you warm from the low. Go,
yeah.
oh, ooh, 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 hey, he, ha. You know, just really low, as low as you can. Sorry, I'm squeaky myself. Then, you know, get yourself into, you know, hey, he, ha, ooh, 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 and the hey, he, ha, ooh, 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 and the high notes. See, down, ooh, hey, and laugh it through, he, ha, so that you're almost squeaking those top notes through. But along with it comes a confidence, because you still hit the note. It might sound squeaky and it might not be brilliantly in tune, but it's getting over the fact that you're hitting those notes in the first place. So a lot of stretching and and then I'm ready. It's like an elastic. So now I'm ready for. I know it's naughty. It's naughty, but get the back of the throat down.
Stretching, vowels, facial.
And smile it through, you know? You do the smile. You don't sing like that. You want to sing like that? Smile it through. It energizes the face more.
Yeah.
So now we're ready for. And you see that note crystal clear. Don't just get up and I'm going to sing. You see it. You see it. Why? Why waste your time? You know you're going to be. See it. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Mean it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I'm gonna get you, baby. I'm gonna get to your son.
Love it.
Poor cat. I'm frightening the cat.
The pigeon.
I mean,
the pigeon's gone, hon.
so
that hopefully answers the question for that. The second one is, why do you? What has been one of the many gigs? What's one of the best gigs you think you've ever done, where you've gone, oh, this was amazing? Maybe there's a few, but something that sticks in your mind. You maybe had a moment of like, this is where I'm meant to be.
I'm just trying to think. There's been a few places where I've just kind of just got myself on the stage and done my thing. But excuse me, because you know I've been singing now, so all the light, all the pollution's coming down, and all the flame lights all loosening up around here. So I was in America. I was in New York, and we went to this downtown club, and they were playing country and blues there, and BB King was playing. Now, was it BB King, or was it the one that sang "Stand by Me"? Yeah, it was BB King. And all the band was famous people. I mean, he had a super band. He had Donald Fagen playing whatever Donald Fagen plays. He had this, and he had a specialist audience where, you know, people in the audience were all famous, like the Water Boys or whatever. And they were doing like a blues number, and so you know, all of that. I wake up in the morning, I see my and I thought, they haven't got a backing vocalist. I'm gonna have some of that, and they haven't got security. Got my fat ass up there. I was like, hey, oi, mate, can I join in? Like, and I thought, yeah, got on there. And I just started joining on, and I didn't know the song, but you know when it's a 12-bar blues, and just did, and then I'll wake up, do do do, and I said, do 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 do. I just got with the super band, with the super band, right? And that's how I met the Water Boys, because I went on to work with them, because they had that "You Stole the Whole of the Moon." Do you remember that? You stole the. Oh, you guys are young. The moon, yeah. Right. And then the lead singer from there, he did an album which I featured on that album, and I got to work with Kirsty MacColl. Do you remember Kirsty MacColl? She sings that Christmas song with my man with the teeth missing, and you're a drunk, you're a faggot, you dirty old haggy.
Yes, I do. Yes.
She's brilliant. I mean, she was a brilliant, you know, joking aside, she had a horrible accidental death on holiday in Mexico, but she was a brilliant vocalist, and she was a brilliant songwriter, and she had hits in her own right. You know, there's a guy down a chip shop, I can't sing like that. There's his Elvis. Anyway, she's, you know, the country you know. But anyway, so from jumping up on the stage uninvited with the super band, making out like they were me, honey. And then I wake up, da 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 da, no more, oh yeah, and baby, I wake up. I see much mama stuff that you've seen on telly. Because I was born here in the UK, singing, singing the songs. To be a penguin and morning is blue, good, like the first. No. I was pretending like I was Southern American mama, always, always singing like that. So so that was one of my best gigs that I've ever crashed. I mean, I did one gig one time. I opened my mouth and I let out this God almighty note, and the whole place just went darkness. Like it blew the fuse, and everyone went, "Hey!" Everyone cheered, and then the techies had to come on, and with torches and put the venue back on. It was like one note, blew out the whole. Lovely, job done.
You like stuff Mariah Carey breaking the glasses. I could shut down a room.
The venue.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry, I'm listening now.
Enough. Why? And this is true. Like, why do you think you have such? I've seen you at various prides, Angie. Think you're great. Why do you think you have such an LGBTQ following?
I think that, my gay followers, they just like people. And whether you're in the charts or not, they just like a good artist. You could be high energy, you could be singing ballads, you could be a drag queen dressed up. They just like to be entertained, and they appreciate you. You don't need to be current. And plus, what I learned at a gay club, there's never any fights. There's no blood on the floor. You go to the straight club and Tracy and Tonya and Gary, I'm dancing him, and you're like, I'm trying to sing.
Your label will never be hanging out because they'll tuck that back in. At the bar.
Just with your gays, even the youngest ones, they go away and do the research, and they'll say, "Oh, Viola Wills is this, and this one sang that one," and they'll know every move that Whoopi Goldberg's ever done. They do their research, and they know who you are. Even he's just come out today. And he comes to the gig, and they might say, "I've never heard of her," but they'll go home and they'll do their research, and then the next time they see you, they have an appreciation, and that's, I like it. It's not pretentious, and it's heart led instead of ego led, and people showing off. And the people that go to Pride, it's heart led, and they understand. They understand prejudice. Gay people understand prejudice. To us, they might not understand color prejudice, but they do understand what it's like to be different. And you get the sympathy vote a little bit, but I think that they actually, as an audience, actually like me for me, the way I am. And I think I'm consistent. I will always be like this. Maybe I'm too happy. Maybe I'm one of these people who had too much of a good childhood. You know what I mean? You didn't get enough beats when you were little. I don't know. My good parents, nice parents, and I'm. You're born the way you're born, but I think with gay people, they like a cheeky face, and they like boobs too. Gay boys like boobs.
We do. Like, I don't. I've got to be careful what I say on here because I've got students that will watch this. But to look at, I'm always like, ooh. But that's where it stops, hon. That's literally it. Any more than that, I'm sick. No.
Yeah, I hear you. No. I hear you. But gay men like boobs. They like.
We appreciate.
And gay girls like boobs. Come on. But gay girls. They're like, I'm giving them a cuddle because I want to give you a cuddle because that's how we're taking the photo. But they're going, "Oh, I'm getting a big cuddle from Angie Brown," and you're like, "Stop it." I know.
love
But
it. I think
girls.
because you're honest. Well. So, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
girls,
No, I
stop. All
think
right, you're
if
holding me
I'm
too
honest,
tight.
I've
But
been. I think you come across not just at the gigs and stuff, but you're just very grounded. You're very real. And I think a lot of myself included, gay people and the gay community as a whole, because I think we're so used to fakery and people trying to, like you say, be pretentious and stuff. We see through it, and I think
yeah,
that's why a lot of people that, especially like, and if you go to a pride, we're so thankful that yes, it's work for you, but you're still said, yeah, of course I'll do a pride. It doesn't bother me. And it's a party for everybody rather than the status of who you are, like you say, the currency of that person at the moment. It's the respect for, oh, I love this song and
yeah.
she's great. And I could imagine partying with her afterwards. So,
I love it. I give. Do you know what? I always go out in the audience if I can, if it's safe. You know, gay people don't
yeah.
flock you. They don't flock you in the way of like they're gonna stampede you, like they like you're not tangible. You're
Yeah. Dollars.
so far in the
Dollars.
distance you can't reach out and touch. No, I'm in that audience. Because they've got a respect, and I think look, I'm gonna sing in your face. So actually, this COVID droplets thing is probably directed personally at me because I'm always I'm
It's
always
you.
out. Yeah, because I always do say anybody who's seen me live, I say it's like sex. The more fun you're
Yeah.
having, the more fun I'm having, and it's
I'm
infectious.
having.
And it isn't all about me; it's about us. You're my audience, and I want
Yeah.
you to come away from this experience and feel like it's you. Everybody likes singing. Why can't we all sing together? Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to go back to normal and we can do it. Well, look, I've I'd love chatting, but what I always do, I don't take too much more of your time. At the very end of the chat, I do like a this or that. So I'm going to give you a choice, and you've got to pick one or the other. So
Okay.
the
So
80s or the 90s?
90s, definitely
Uh,
90s.
vinyl, vinyl or tape cassette?
Vinyl,
Uh, lipstick or lip gloss?
lipstick,
Okay. Oh, this one's a good one. A club gig or a festival gig?
club, club. It's more personal.
Really? Oh, yeah. Everyone's been different with that question, which is great. Films, romance, romantic kind of like slushy film, or a good horror?
Romance every time, baby. Love, 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 and love.
Love, 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 love. Um, are you an early person? Arrive early, or I'm sometimes a bit late.
Oh, God, I'm the black people, innit? I'm always late, innit?
Look, where's Angie? She's just doing her hair. Um, Starbucks or Costa?
They're the same, really. They're the same. Costa. But, I mean, they're the same. They're the same. For me, they
You
are.
don't mind either. Okay. Yeah, it's probably the same. What is your go-to drink on a night out? Someone comes over to you and says, bought you a drink. What is the drink you go, oh,
Body and Coke.
and Coke. Okay, and then, okay, these are the last two. A night out with the girls or a night out with the gays?
A night out with the gays, yeah. I've done a
Hey!
lot more.
We can all be together. Love it. Um, oh, this is brilliant. And the last thing I ask everyone, Han, is what is your top like tip, advice, something you live by, something if you could give a bit of advice to any like people watching that you live by, that you go, this is my number one, I always stand by this. What would you say it is?
Your mantra, as I said it earlier, just treat people as you wish to be treated. And that means,
Yeah.
I like people being unkind, so I'm going to treat you kindly, be well mannered, You know, I'm not late for gigs. I'm not late for gigs, but I am nearly late for the train every time and things. I'm not stroppy about going on stage. I embrace my job, and I
Yeah.
love what I do. So, and I feel I'm blessed to do what I do, you know, for a living, because your gig is still, you know, like a month's wages to some people. Do you know what I mean? So, or half a wages, or earned that in. You've earned that today, while somebody has worked 40 hours a week to earn that. So I don't take that for granted. You know, I
Yeah.
appreciate everything, and I want to be kind. I want to be nice. This isn't fake. This is consistent. The next time you see me, I'll be the same, and I might not recognize
Yeah.
you. You'll go, Angie, it's me, Jay, and I go, Jay, old lady, no, and then I'll go, oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah. I'll say, do you remember you had a pigeon randomly on our live chat? And you'll go, oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and the cat's here as well. He's called
Let's see the
Brixton.
cat.
Can you see him? Right. So
Oh,
I've been screaming. Well, not screaming, but every time I laugh or do what,
what?
he's made his ears prick up. Yeah, bless
Oh, I
him.
love. Well, look, Hun, thank you so much. One, for spending, you know, your Friday, a bit of your Friday evening with me. It really does mean a lot. And hopefully you've had fun as well. And two, have an amazing birthday, babe, for Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for having me on your show. And hello to all your people leaving messages. And that's so kind. That's so kind. I really, really, really
Yeah, you've got people
appreciate
here.
it. Thank
DJs,
you.
Jules.
Wow, I've had a lot of fun, my darling. I can't believe, where did 40 minutes go? Or 45? Where did that time go? Anyway, thank you for having me on your show. And bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks
listening,
ever so much.
watching, tuning in.
Take
Okay.
care. Have an amazing birthday on Sunday as well. Bye.
Yeah, bye, Jay. And Jay's followers. Bye. Bye.